a beautiful day.
And also the editor-in-chief of More Magazine, Lesley Jane Seymour. I know about you, Lloyd. I know about your guy. I know about my type.
I will continue to speak out. They're not going to shut me up. They're not going to shut you up, or Rush, or Mark Levin, or Tea Party Patriots, or those who, as I say, respectfully and patriotically petition their government for change. They can't make us sit down and shut up. And if they ever were to succeed in doing that, then our republic will be destroyed. Not necessarily me being sat down and shut up, but having the voice of respectful dissent being shut up, that would destroy our republic.
Hey, welcome back. With us at the table, the chairman of Deutsch Inc., Donnie Deutsch, and the editor-in-chief of More Magazine, Lesley Jane Seymour. Donnie, we begin with you. The future of the republic, does it rest on Sarah Palin being able to post her Facebook
Of course it does.
posting?
My only thought, earlier you were talking about why the fascination. It's very simple, and I'm not going to be glib here. She is Snooki. It's the same math. That a younger generation, they want to watch this character with big hair who's funny. This, you never know what she's going to say. It's no different, but for a higher demographic. We watch her. She's interesting looking. What's she going to say? She's campy. She's kitschy. It's telegenic. It's television. It's entertainment. That's the fascination. Beginning, middle, end of story. She's Snooki.
And women who don't like to be told to sit down and shut up.
I was waiting.
Right?
By the way, just for the record, guys, I dissent. Go.
Okay.
I think that's what women respond to in her is, I'm not going to sit down, I'm not going to shut up. It may not be what she says. I mean, there's a big group of women out there who want her to say all those things. Women have felt resentment for so long for that. They may not be saying it the right way.
There are other women that say that. It's because of the way she looks and her act. She's a character. She's a cartoon character. That's what television celebrates. That's it. It's very simple. I know Willie agrees with me. Willie, please don't leave me hanging.
Isn't it interesting, Lesley, though, the split in women? Because on the one hand, she's a strong woman in the public eye who's ascended to great heights, but on the other hand, a lot of them don't like what she says from those heights.
And there is a group of women who just want her to be the bad girl and to get out there and say all the things that we have been harboring for a long time and have a voice. And some women feel that it doesn't matter what her voice says, it's just that she has a voice. And that is a little bit strange if you're not a woman, not understanding that, but I think that's part of the appeal.
I think it's beyond. We've got her voice.
Let's talk about moms. Now, Mika, you have always said, because your father always said, you Americans spoil your children.
It's true.
Oh, it is
and
true.
And you believe it. Our kids are spoiled. So this op-ed runs, and everybody's talking about it. This Chinese mother saying that we spoil our kids.
Yeah, it was on the Wall Street Journal website. It was a first-person essay entitled Why Chinese Mothers Are Superior. It's by a Yale Law School professor who calls herself, quote, Tiger Mom, for her strict parenting methods. She describes how she belittled one daughter, calling her garbage, and threatened to withhold bathroom breaks from the other if she didn't play the piano perfectly.
Wow.
Well, that might be taking it a step too far.
Would you do that to your children?
I will say that in our household growing up, there was a wonderful form of denial that was the inspirer for good behavior.
Every parent should read that. Now, I read that, and the first reaction is because as my kids, I want them to be the best they can be, their version. I want them to be happy. This is there's something to be said. They're building stronger kids. Now, the difference is we say do the best you can. They say this is the best you can do. So the kid gets there and they feel better about themselves. It's just fascinating. Every parent, you need to read it, whether you disagree or agree. It really started to get me to rethink. My kid is in swimming in school, my 7-year-old. After 10 laps, so she was exhausted. And my attitude was like, enough for a 7-year-old. All the coaches and everybody else pushed them to the 25, and then she was happy that they did that.
You know what Donnie may do in the future, Willie, is Donnie may actually make the kids drive their own yacht. No more of this captain thing, right?
Yeah, no, that's tough love. She also, David Brooks writes about this. He points out that she threatened to burn one of her daughter's stuffed animals unless she played a piece of music perfectly. Held up the teddy bear with a lighter on there.
Guys, you guys take it sound bites. Read this article. It's fascinating
really
about parenting. Please find it.
But don't you? Well, it is. But I think what you're saying is that she's the voice there that's going to move us to the center. We've gone too soft.
Yes.
We've gone too. I mean, every kid can play. Remember that.
Everybody gets a trophy for just showing up. Everybody gets a trophy for just showing up.
That's a problem, definitely.
I gotta
but
say,
that's the other side of it,
I
right?
love my mom. I love my
I love
mom.
your mom, too.
She's wonderful. But growing up, okay, so I played like when I was 12 or 13, like Little League, and Willie, you'll know this, I had like a 5.34 average. Yeah. I mean, we put it up super competitive. I just hit everything, right? I struck out and lost a game, go to my car, and I'm angry, and I'm like, man, I'm just going to quit. My mother drives off and says, well, if you're going to embarrass us by doing that again, I wish you would.
Wow. The original Tiger Mom.
Well,
she was a Tiger Mom.
Successful. My mom pushed me hard also.
Never gave me a free break.
My mom pushed me hard, and to this day we debate it, but yet I ended up a very succcessful guy. So
and Mika,
something in the middle there.
Your parents, unbelievably
we were
tough.
beaten with a hairbrush on the side of the road, and we were denied basic necessities.
Like huge Starbucks drinks, right? Like if you heard Starbucks now
this
has
is
this
unbelievable.
super gigundo.
Oh yeah.
Why?
I'm not happy, Starbucks.
Tell us about it.
This is silly.
Tell us about
you
it.
have the Grande. I drink the Grande every morning.
And a Big Mac, by the way.
Venti wasn't big enough. You've got a bigger option. Today, Starbucks is involving the Trenta. It's bigger than the Venti. It's 30 ounces. Why?
We're pretty fat.
So
You
we
said
can
we're
be
soft.
wired.
We're fat too, right?
So we can be wired.
But
yes.
we're happy.
Wired and
here's
fat
the
is
problem.
good, right?
Here's the problem. Our kids go to Starbucks.
Yes, they
and
do.
I've, by the way, asked our Starbucks to only serve my children decaf and tell them it's caffeinated. But anyhow, we're brought to you by Starbucks, and I don't care. This size is not necessary.
So
We should
what's
actually
the
pare
size
down
called?
the size.
The Chachi? Why do people do this?
The Trenta. Why?
kids.
Because this is a country. It's Texas. Bigger is better. I mean, big
That's
gulps
right.
are this. It is what it is.
Oh.
But Joe, I think we should, because you and I have some very interesting nutritional points of view that kind of sync up with Mika's. That we're all for Big Macs, more Big Macs.
You know what I had yesterday?
More mayonnaise.
I was coming down from Vermont. I saw Wendy's and I just dove in.
Did you get that triple
No, you
burger?
didn't.
Triple.
The
Wendy's
fries.
triple.
See, what's wrong with that's American.
Square
That's the
patty.
See, we used to tell our kids that it was closed. We used to say, we would drive by the McDonald's and say, look at that one, it's closed. I know it looks like there are people there, but they really aren't. That was how we got around it. They were addicted.
And selling, is bigger always better for the American consumer?
In the U.S.
That's who we are as a country.
For kids.
Been to a 7-Eleven lately?
For you, now that you're no longer chairman of the RNC.
Well, John, I spent money that didn't belong to me on lesbian strippers. I left the Republican Party $20 million in debt with virtually no accountability. I'd say it's time for me to head back to the street. Wall Street, make it rain, Fraser Crane. It's my birthday.
I want to say last night I watched the Golden Globes. I was offended by Ricky Gervais. I was offended that a comedian could be that funny at an award show. Ricky was hilarious, and I hope you had a nice weekend. Otherwise, I watched a little bit of football as well. I do want to say, and obviously in our new American spirit of civility, it's been about a week now. I do want to say in that new spirit to the New England Patriots, suck it. And by it, I mean something that brings you comfort.
Sears is having an MLK Day 50% off mattress sale. Now you'll have a dream on a Serta pillow top. Available in Martin Luther King, Martin Luther Queen, and Martin Luther Twin. But the best tribute of all comes from Kmart. Just go to their website, enter the coupon code MLKDay, and you'll get free shipping. Free shipping at last. Free shipping at last. Thank God Almighty. Free shipping at last.
That's wrong.
That is good.
Coming up next, we are going to show you a diagram of the human stomach.
And you will learn something.
And how it stacks up next to the new Starbucks drink.
Whatever it is.
The Chachi. Hey, Willie, what did you learn today?
I'm going to pass my time to Donnie.
I'm going to pass my time to Mike.
I'm going to pass my time to Jane.
Oh, my goodness. Well, what I learned is that I can have 32 ounces right on my thighs now.
I love it.
Look at the diagram that we learned, Joe.
So here's a diagram. Yeah, this is the size of the human stomach compared to the trinca. Wow.
Yeah.
It's about the same size.
Okay.
Big go.
Looks like a whoopee cushion in stomach.
Yeah, I gotta go. That's really repulsive.
All right. Wrap it
you
up.
learn
Wrap it
anything?
up. No, that grossed me out.
Absolutely not.
No Trenta. Thanks.
All right.
See ya.
All right, Willie, if it's way too early, what time is it?
It's Morning Joe. We'll see you tomorrow. Stick around now, though, for the Daily Rundown with Chuck and Savannah.